So, what if I told you there's a scientifically proven way to slash school stress and actually improve learning just by laughing? It sounds almost too good to be true, right? Well, today we're going to dig into a fascinating 2022 study that put this exact idea to the test. And trust me, the results could totally change how we think about the classroom. Okay, so let's just start with the big question right up front. Can you actually laugh your way to better grades? I mean, it sounds a little out there, but a researcher down in Peru decided, you know what? Let's not just wonder about it. Let's put it to a real scientific test. But before we get to all the fun and games, we have to talk about why this idea is so important in the first place. And that means we need to talk about a problem that, let's face it, pretty much all of us know really well: academic stress. For so many students, school just feels like a constant pressure cooker. And let's be super clear here. We're not just talking about getting a few butterflies before a big test. No, this is chronic academic stress. The research is pretty solid on this. It's a serious issue that can completely tank a student's ability to learn, it can mess with their physical and mental health, and it can even change how they act. So you've got this huge, widespread problem of stress. What do you do? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. A researcher in Comas, Peru, came up with a pretty creative and, honestly, a really joyful way to tackle it head-on. They call the method learning English by laughing, or LEL for short. And yeah, the name pretty much says it all. The core idea was to take proven techniques from things like laughter therapy and laughter yoga and bring them right into the English classroom. The goal? To create a more positive, more relaxed place where students could actually learn. Now, this wasn't just the teacher cracking a few bad jokes. Oh no, this was a fully structured 18-session curriculum. They wove all these fun activities right into the English lessons. We're talking about coordinated laughter exercises, watching funny videos, using puppets, and even memes to learn vocabulary, and playing role-playing games. It was a whole system. So how in the world do you test something like this? Because, a fun idea is one thing, but proving it works is something else entirely. Well, they designed a formal scientific experiment to see if all this laughter could produce real measurable results. The study itself had a really clean 3-part structure. First, the researchers got a baseline. They measured the existing stress levels of 50 high school students. Then came the intervention, the 18 sessions of LEL. And finally, they measured everyone's stress levels again to see what, if anything, had changed. Simple and effective. And to make sure the results were legit, they split the 50 students into 2 groups. You had the experimental group, and they got the new learning English by laughing method. Then you had the control group. They just got the regular, traditional English lessons. This way, you could do a direct, side-by-side comparison to see what was really making a difference. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. Let's get into the results. Did adding all this structured laughter and fun into the classroom actually make a difference in student stress levels? Before the experiment even started, the situation was pretty serious. Get this. A staggering 76% of the students who were about to get the laughter lessons, they were already experiencing high levels of academic stress. That's more than 3 out of every 4 students. But then, after those 18 sessions of the LEL method, that number absolutely plummeted. Only 24% of those same students were still reporting high levels of stress. I mean, what a massive, massive change. This chart right here just shows the change so perfectly. I mean, look at it. The bar on the left, the pre-test stress level, is way up there at 76%. Then, after the LEL intervention, the post-test level on the right just nosedives all the way down to 24%. You can't argue with that. It's a huge, undeniable drop. And this wasn't just some fluke or coincidence. They ran the numbers, and the statistical analysis confirmed with 95% confidence that the learning English by laughing method was the direct cause of this incredible improvement. So, in short, yes, it absolutely worked. But wait, there's more. The benefits didn't just stop at reducing stress. It turns out the positive effects kind of rippled out into all these other areas of the students' lives too. I mean, the study found positive effects pretty much across the board. Students reported having fewer academic problems, which is huge, but they also saw a decrease in all those nasty physical, psychological, and even behavioral reactions that so often come along with high stress. It was a total win-win. And this really sums it all up nicely. The study concluded that the LEL method doesn't just cut down on stress, it actively promotes a more motivating and fun educational environment. And that, in turn, directly improves the quality of learning for everyone.
So, all of this leaves us with a really powerful thought to end on. This research from Peru suggests that maybe, just maybe, the key to unlocking better learning and healthier students isn't more rigor or more pressure, but simply more joy. What could our schools achieve if they actually took that idea seriously?